All About the Archers. I'm Philippa.
I'm Katie.
I'm Lauren.
And bringing up the rear, I'm Quentin.
And we're here to talk to you all about what's happened so far this week. We'll be focusing particularly on the episode.
Bringing up the rear is absolutely
keep going, Philippa. This is good. This is good visuals. Keep going. They love the laughs.
The poor people listening to the audio. We'll be focusing particularly on the episode Sunday the 4th, Monday the 5th, and tonight, Tuesday the 6th of May. There will be spoilers, you have been warned. What did we think of the week so far? Katie?
It's a nightmare!
Sorry. Joy found the bunting. We don't have to talk about anything else ever again. Joy's found the bunting, so that's the end of the episode. Thank you.
Best bit of today.
Good night.
Yeah. Bye then.
Anything else?
Well, I did think there'd be a bit more about the Rochelle thing, considering how much this has all been built up and how much has been going on. And then it was just, oh, okay, bye then. And then Elizabeth, I had this dream. And there's nothing worse than hearing about someone talk about a dream.
Isn't there? Like, yawn, absolute glaze over. Like, no interest at all.
And when Elizabeth said, oh, Vince said you were a godsend to David, he wasn't a calming presence. He did nothing.
No.
He said nothing. He was so flirty.
Well, he's feeling emasculated now, isn't he? He's wondering if he should have done more. Taken that broken bottle off them. Yeah.
Just done something, said a word.
I just thought it was funny that, I could see David's face thinking, oh, she's had a nice dream about me. And she then said, it was a nightmare. Could see his face drop. Yeah.
Also, little to no concern about Vince and Freddie.
No.
Really? She's just one bad dream about David and she's all worried about him.
Yes, actually,
Freddie.
Good point.
Was handcuffed.
And a bottle to his throat.
Yeah.
He actually had the bottle to his throat, not a dream bottle to a dream throat.
But if it had been Lily who'd been there with a bottle to her throat, she'd have been all over it. Favouritism once again.
Yes. I mean, in their defence, I want to say this now. I do enjoy the scenes. I think they're very well written always for those two. I like the scenes over the years between David and Elizabeth because they do come across genuinely as brother and sister. And they're always very natural and very authentic. And they use those scenes to fill in a lot of Ambridge backstory and remind people, don't they, of decades ago. So I like the way they act together and what comes out of those scenes. But like you, Lauren, I did think, come on, let's get on with Rochelle today. And it's just like, she got police bail and these are the conditions. The fact is, she can't enter Borsetshire. So does that mean she's going to be silent for a while?
You've answered my question. Is that why she's staying at Mick's friend's house?
Yes,
right,
that's one of the conditions of the bail.
I was thinking, no one wants her to go there. Why is she going? And then that's made sense to me now. Right, okay.
But that means we're going to hear even less from Rochelle because she's not allowed to be in Ambridge. Until her next court appearance. Yeah.
Is it a bit much that she's in love with Rex already?
Well, Rex is in love with her already. I mean,
I know, but they've literally... It's been tumultuous. They've had a couple of schnogs, and then now they're all declaring love for each other.
Yeah. Is he going to move his canal boat? Going to move his canal boat over the Borsetshire county boundary,
how romantic!
And then hold up with her.
Yeah. And they'll be locked in an embrace. Get it?
Locked. Lovely. Well done.
Yeah. But I mean, she would be given permission to go and see her solicitor. So we'll probably hear more from Rochelle when she goes to see Usha. So there will be opportunities for her to be heard from. But if she's mainly not allowed in Ambridge or Borsetshire, then that's it for a bit, isn't it, from Rochelle?
We could hear her if Joy visits her in the house, or Rex, or Usha, where she's staying with her friend.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. But I'm just picking up on Lauren's point that it was all a bit sort of done and dusted a bit too quickly. I mean, this build up to this drama, and it's all been a bit of a damp squib since.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what have they actually charged her with finally? Is it going to be...
Well, this is interesting.
What
about...
Been doing your homework.
Well, I wrote it down. She initially has been arrested for, we don't know what she's been charged for, but she could well be charged for suspicion of obstruction or disruption of a person engaged in lawful activity. That's what Usha told Rochelle, which is which is the standard protest charge. What is more interesting is that, of course, all right, she didn't carry out the kidnapping, but it's called joint enterprise because she was part of it. Whatever the other members of the group did, she is culpable for as well. So that includes false imprisonment, effectively kidnapping. That's very serious. So she could be banged up.
Why didn't they? Why wasn't that heard at the court case today? At the bail hearing, why didn't we hear more about that? Because they must have found out more information. The police.
Well, they've released her on police bail while they continue their investigations, and then they will submit a file to the CPS, and then she'll get charged.
Right.
There wasn't enough time because we had to hear about Elizabeth's dream.
Yes.
Obviously.
And we had to hear it all turning dodgy.
Yeah.
Dodgy.
Also, can you believe it's been a year since George took the car off of drove Alice home in her car? I can't believe it's been a year. That feels insane to me. I remember vividly me laying on my bed, David on his knees at the end of the bed, both of us head in hands.
What? This is a family show.
Horrified we were. Yeah.
So what did we think of DC Tanner when she arrived on Sunday with the warrant and they took Joy's phone off her? If someone took my phone off me, my goodness, that would be...
I loved it though when she was in the house and then she said, "We've got to try and locate Rochelle. Fellas, look in the drawers." It was a really weird edit. I was thinking she's not in a drawer.
Unless they've got some really big drawers.
Maybe.
Yeah, but they're under a warrant. They're entitled to take those things away, Philippa, because they contain communications between the person under suspicion and somebody else in her family. So, yeah, they can do it. Yeah.
Well, nobody in my house had better do anything where there's an investigation, because if someone took my phone away from me,
you'd be charged with something afterwards, wouldn't you?
Yes. Yes,
I found her very brusque, but then I find most sort of police officers who are in and out of dramas and just have small parts very like, I am here to play a police officer character.
Do we think Mick knowing lots about police procedures is down to him having been on the other side of the law at some point, or has he just watched too many episodes of Juliet Bravo?
No,
he doesn't know anything about anything.
No. He knows a lot about police procedure. I'm with you on the first point, Philippa. I think he's got form. Mick's got form. He's been on the road, hasn't he? He's going to have some form. He seems to know an awful lot.
How'd you get a job as security if you got form?
Well,
it was just Grey Gables. I'm not sure they checked that.
They let him live in the car park in his caravan. I don't think they were that bothered about anything else.
I love the way Mick's mate is called Nick. So you got Mick and Nick. I mean, all the names. I mean, come on. Why make it even more confusing? Oh, is she living with Mick? No, she's living with Nick, who's a mate of Mick. Oh, okay, right. It's just... right, we need to talk about the oaf that is Lawrence at the sneering at the cricket tees. God, he's
racist and sneering at cricket tees. Two things I will not stand for.
Yeah.
Odious. Oaf. Yeah.
Horrible, man. Horrible.
You shouldn't serve crisps at a cricket tee.
Well, seeing as you mentioned food, Quentin, you opened it up there, and yes, he said it was perfectly acceptable, but it was the crisp that was the issue. You know, that's so bad. So, on our list today, we have cricket tea, supermarket sandwiches, cakes, blinis, cakes, scones, brownies, poo cake, toast, vegan essentials. And Quentin has the sign up today saying #poo cakes.
I've got quite a lot more, Philippa.
Quite a lot. Gosh. Well,
excuse me, I'd like you to point out it's poo in big letters.
Sorry, poo is in uppercase.
Yes.
Cakes is in lowercase. Very neatly written.
Very neatly written. That doesn't look like a first attempt to me, if you ask me. That's been written out a few times.
It was a first attempt, and I'm just making...
You've got to get his joke perfect.
I'm making the point that's what I think about this feature on this podcast. Poo!
Thank you. Go on, Lauren.
Poisoned meat. That was mentioned a good few times. Proper good breakfast. Slice of cow. 2 slices of carrot cake, caviar bellinis, and cheese sarnie.
My goodness, I've failed.
And
I missed a lot. You've missed a lot, man.
I thought I was thinking, I've missed a few at the beginning, but between us, we'll get everything covered, Quentin. Don't worry.
Well, there are lots of references between Emma and Natasha about food as well. They've lots of throwaway lines about food. I mean, it's a Sarah Heher week, so Sarah loves her food.
Sarah Heher, yes.
Heher, sorry. She loves her food.
Yes, she does, and we're very grateful to her. And she loves her crisps, which is why I did like the mention of crisps this week. It was nice to hear Natasha. She was being so kind to Emma, wanting Emma to just offload.
I concur. Through gritted teeth.
Wow. Okay, let's talk about the dodgy bit. This VE day. We've had the victory at Ambridge. Have any of you caught up with that yet? The drama on Sunday afternoon.
I'm going to listen to it in the bath after this.
Bliss. Sounds great.
Will David be on his knees again?
Always.
I've got to say, it was an interesting one. I'm moving on very quickly. It was an interesting one. Some of the characters... Quentin Rayner, you should be ashamed of yourself. There'll be a lot of editing done on the audio version of this. Not on the YouTube video,
there won't be.
Keep it in, girls.
On the drama, I found there were a range of accents from the good to the
not
quite
good.
Alarming. But that might have been what they'd been instructed to do. But I think particularly the younger ones, particularly the actor who plays George, incredible, and the actor who plays Chelsea, and Brad and Rex were good, and Tracy. But yes, there were some mixture ones. I found it hard to.
Is it based on one of the books that we've read, Philippa?
And the one that you've read that we haven't featured.
Oh, okay. Fires at Home. Fires.
Yes, I think that's on the first one of those. So yes, anyway, sorry about that. But yes, what did we think about VE Day and Dodgy?
Can I just suggest, and this, somebody mentioned it, it is an early prediction. It's not mine, but it was on our Facebook group. Somebody is speculating whether Dodgy, Reginald D, is Neil's natural father.
Good thought. Hadn't thought of that, but I did think he's got to be linked somehow. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, but Neil's in his 70s, isn't he? So that would take some doing.
I haven't done the maths. I just like the theory.
Yeah.
Leave the maths out. Good theory.
Who knows?
People live life fast in the Second World War, Philippa.
Katie, what did you think about Dodgy?
I love all the VE Day stuff. I really do. But I don't really have anything to say about it. It's just, it's a nice story, but I do feel like it's taken over a little bit. I get that it's a big thing that's happening at the moment, and there's loads of VE Day celebrations and everything, but it does keep cropping up a lot, and I'm not sure there's not much more to say about it.
Because I think Peggy's going to die this week.
Oh, prediction. Oh, yeah.
They did say, David said Mum seems robust, didn't he?
Never say anyone seems robust.
No, because that's Jill.
Oh, Jill, yeah.
But there's been a lot of mention about Peggy, inheritance tax. There's a lot of focus on VE Day. Peggy is part of the drama that we've had. I'm a bit concerned.
So you think Peggy pegs it?
I am concerned.
There's the title for next week's episode.
So. Concerned. I am concerned.
Star of the week.
Can I just say, please, one thing? You know, when they started the episode off on Monday and we had Adam and Ian in the tea room, I thought, oh no, we're going to have Adam and Ian. And they were silent. Oh, that was joyful. Joyous moment. I wanted to share that with you. Yes.
Just to hark back to when we were talking, just a brief touch on the fact that Adam is still working at the farm, despite them going through all of that bother. So they did just keep Adam on, despite Susan and Clary having to go through hell.
Yes.
Yeah, they just kept Adam on. Is that the first we've heard that Adam's still working there? That's the first I had heard.
Yeah.
Daft.
Bring back Clary.
Daft.
Yes. definitely.
Go on,
Star of the
Katie,
week.
your star of the week.
I'm going Joy. I really like Joy still.
Seconded.
Yeah, just where she kept saying I should have been stronger. I'm not angry, just disappointed. And she's on Rochelle's side, and she just thinks Rochelle's damaged now. Just Joy, definitely Joy.
Because of her, she says,
Yeah.
Lauren?
Joyce as well, yeah. I thought the moment when she told Usha to tell her that she was on her side was a very touching moment, and I don't feel touched by Joy very often.
Quentin?
That wink was for you, Quentin.
I know, thanks. Philippa has, for those listening, Philippa has had a pained expression throughout most of this podcast because of the rest of us. Anyway, my star of the week, I put two down, Natasha and Linda, for the same reason, that they both offered a listening ear to somebody else in the village, namely Emma and Freddie, and I thought they were lovely with both of them. But I don't believe I'm saying this. It's as hard for me as it is for you to say Helen the other week. Philippa, I'm going with Natasha because I thought she was nice with Emma. Yeah.
Wow.
Very good. Mine is actually Usha. I thought she was brilliant when Rochelle was saying, I've been trained for this, and being so dogmatic about it. Usha was very patient, brilliant, and kind to Joy.
Good point. Yeah.
Tweet of the week, Katie?
Lawrence, he can get in the bin. Sick of him.
Agree. Lawrence in the bin.
Quentin?
Well, I've elevated him to oaf of the week for being an insufferably pompous arse.
I've put Lawrence because he's racist and crispist. So
They are two damning things to be.
yeah, one obviously is more severe than the other, but anyway, there we go. Katie, what's your prediction?
I've got that we're going to have kind of an Ambridge late series that's going to be Ambridge behind bars. Ooh. It's going to be a version of Porridge, maybe called Flapjack or something. And it's going to have George, Pat and Rochelle all in prison together.
Like Hollyoaks later.
Yes, there we go. They can swear. They can say one swear word. Oh, well, Vince already does. But yeah, we'll get one swear word and be fine.
Great. Lauren?
I think Rochelle's going to cave, and I think she likes her cosy new life too much with Rex, and I think she's going to do a deal and expose the Group A.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. Very good. Quentin?
Well, it's Rochelle based, and I think she will be charged with a very serious offence, probably false imprisonment. But if she does what Lauren does, she might actually get a reduced charge.
Mine is that Rochelle decides to give the full story, as Lauren said. Saskia threatens her, so as a key witness, Rochelle goes into witness protection. She can take one person with her, she takes Joy. And finally, my prediction that Joy is in witness protection that I've maintained for 5 years is upheld.
Finally.
Yes,
it's
there we go.
It's all about you, isn't it? Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah, it is. At least we know that. Now on Saturday, there will be a bonus episode with your Facebook questions posed as an audio version only to Reverend Alan Franks. And we'll be back again next week. Please do hit follow and subscribe and write a review. Thank you so much for the reviews you've kindly written. And you can become a Patreon. The next live online event will be the 20th of June. Links in the show notes. Until next week, it's a bye-bye from me.
Ta-ra from me.
Goodbye from me.
And a dodgy goodbye from me. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.